Coming up on Wyln News, a man from Hanover Township is behind bars tonight after investigators arrested him on child sex charges. This is your news choice. Wyln News starts right now.
From the Wyln studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is Wyln News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Paula Degnan. We'll have that story for you in just a moment, but first, it was just after noon today that fire crews were called to a barn fire at 135 Rockland Road in Sugarloaf Township. Wyln's Maria Senti has more on what happened.
The streets of Sugarloaf Township near Valley Elementary Middle School are typically pretty calm during the day. But this afternoon, multiple fire crews responded to a barn fire at 135 Rockland Road. The Sugarloaf Township Fire Department was the first to arrive on scene.
When I got on scene, there was smoke coming out of the building. We entered the structure, found the owner attempting to put the fire out by himself.
Officials say the fire began behind this barn and slowly came inside, but luckily multiple fire crews came just in time to stop it before it spread. Sugarloaf Township Fire Department Deputy Chief Kevin Buss says it only took about 10 minutes to get the fire under control. He says the departments are very short on manpower during the day, so they were lucky to have caught the fire so quickly.
You know, again, it wasn't a very big fire. They were pretty lucky. Most of the people that were here, we would need extra water. If it did get into the building, we would have needed a lot more water and manpower, and that's, basically why I had called for a second alarm, was for manpower and water.
Buss says the fire appears to be accidental and there were no injuries. He says the structure has more water damage than anything else. In Sugarloaf Township, for Wyln News, I'm Maria Senti.
Thank you, Maria. Now for our other top story. A man from Hanover Township behind bars tonight after investigators arrested him on child sex charges. Investigators allege Alexander Walski Jr. had multiple sexual encounters with a 15-year-old boy, once paying the boy $100 for a sex act. The 61-year-old also accused of paying $20 for each nude photo that the boy sent him. The investigation began last month when police say Walski provided another teenage boy with a handgun. The investigation also revealed Walski showered the teens with gifts and drove one of the boys on a marijuana buying run. Police asked to search his phone. He allowed them. That's when they found folders of nude photos of the boys. Walski now faces numerous charges, including involuntary deviant sexual intercourse with a minor. He is in the Luzerne County Prison. A state prison inmate has been charged after a corrections officer said he allegedly was attacked by the inmate. Corrections officer Eric Daniels told investigators the inmate, Victor Manuel Morales Jr., approached him in the C Block area of SCI Retreat on May 19th. Daniels said without warning, Williams grabbed him repeatedly, punching him in the face and head. The assault reportedly ended when other corrections officers discharged pepper spray on Morales and pulled him away from Daniels. Daniels was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center and treated for a broken nose and a concussion. Police also say Daniels had to undergo a surgical procedure because of the injuries to his nose. Morales was charged with aggravated assault and simple assault. A preliminary arraignment and preliminary hearing will be scheduled at a later date. One of the reasons the guards had pepper spray was because of incidents like the one that precipitated the capital murder trial of Jesse Conwee, underway again today in federal court Scranton. Conwee, who is already serving a sentence for killing a fellow gang member in 2009 in Arizona, is on trial accused of murdering correctional officer Eric Williams in February 2013 at U.S. Penitentiary at Canaan in Wayne County. The 2015 Eric Williams Correctional Officer Protection Act was passed by the Senate after the Nanticoke native was attacked by Conwee while working alone, only carrying a radio, handcuffs, and keys. Conwee's defense attorneys do not deny his guilt in the case. At the second day of the trial today, U.S. attorneys showed jurors photos of the attack as well as other evidence. Also taking the stand today, forensic pathologist Dr. Gary Ross, who testified on the extent of Williams' injuries. After a lunch break, U.S. attorneys rested their case. The defense also rested without calling any witnesses. The defense is not contesting the guilt of Conwee, but rather concentrating on keeping him from receiving the death penalty for the crime. Jurors will now return tomorrow morning to hear closing arguments and begin deliberating. A man from Berwick faces attempted homicide and aggravated assault charges for allegedly shooting at another man with a shotgun in Columbia County. Investigators say 28-year-old Devin Hampton of Berwick allegedly shot at 52-year-old Jeffrey Malsteller following at a residence at Columbia Boulevard in Briar Creek. Malsteller was transported to Geisinger Medical Center, Danville, for treatment. Police say he's in stable condition. Hampton was arraigned and then jailed at the Columbia County Jail for lack of $750,000 bail. A man is facing charges after police allege he chased people with a firearm and fired at least one shot during the incident. Wilkes-Barre police officers were called to the area of Dewar Lane just before 10 Sunday night for reports of a PFA violation. It was during the course of the investigation officers learned 23-year-old Thomas Otto of Wilkes-Barre chased several people involved in the dispute with a firearm and discharged at least one round that struck a nearby residence. No injuries were reported. Otto now facing a number of charges once he's located. Word out of Harrisburg today, money coming for improvements at 9 airports around the Commonwealth, including the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport. The funds, administered by PennDOT's Bureau of Aviation through the Aviation Transportation Assistance Program, will mean just over $400,000 of state funds for a total project cost of $825,000 to relocate the TSA checkpoint at the airport. Governor Tom Wolf made the announcement today. He said it's a big investment.
They employ hundreds of thousands of Pennsylvanians, and they're at the heart of a very robust transportation system. So this investment of $10 million in 9 airports is going to provide a big return. Funding is coming out of Act 89, and Act 89 was a piece of legislation that provided funding, this was a number of years ago, for transportation projects of all sorts, and this is one of the transportation projects that Act 89 is funding. Commercial service is a bigger and bigger part of Pennsylvania's air traffic. Pennsylvania has always been at the center of the commercial transportation movement. To get goods from one place to another. Pennsylvania, we're the Keystone State. We're within 8 hours by tractor trailer of the richest market in the world, the northeastern United States and Ontario and Canada. And so Pennsylvania airports really need to attract commercial business, and they'll do that with this.
Again, 9 airports, including the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, will get funding from Act 89. Coming up on WYLN News, our Julie Stefanovich takes us to a special graduation ceremony, plus remembering D-Day. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
Whether you're a homeowner renovating your first kitchen or a professional contractor remodeling your 100th kitchen, we're here to work with you every step of the way. We feature Homecrest and Omega cabinets, bathrooms and entertainment cabinets, along with solid surface countertops for Mica and Wilson Art products. We offer affordable installation. All this and more at Morris Kitchens LLC. Appointments welcome. Call 570-825-6956.
Are you looking to light up your business? Then you need to visit Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. They're the premier electrical distributor in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Poconos, and Hazleton. Specializing in extensive electrical lighting, automation, and datacom inventory to meet your contractor, commercial, or industrial needs. Don't go with a national company. Go with an independent, locally owned company that cares. Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. Visit them at SYDIST.com. Come experience the difference.
Today was a special day for some preschoolers in the Hazleton area as they graduated and are now preparing for kindergarten. Our Julie Stefanovich has the details.
Youngsters at the Helping Hand Society in Hazleton received their diplomas today as family and friends cheered them on. The students are now ready for the next chapter of their lives, which is moving on to kindergarten in the fall. Helping Hands is a nonprofit organization that serves children by providing educational and therapeutic services. Nico Malazzo has attended the school for the past 2 years and was joined today by his mom, Natasha, who was thankful for the teachers and staff at Helping Hands.
Nico was super excited to be at graduation today. He has worked so hard. He has been here 2 years, and with all of the help from the teachers, administration, and all of the donations and all the help that they've received really makes Helping Hands special to our family. Oh, the staff was kind of an extension of our family. They've really just taken under his wing, broken him out of his shell, and they've really prepared him for kindergarten.
The organization raises money throughout the year, including hosting an annual telethon that helps the school thrive in order to provide programs which include toddler classes, academic tutoring, and parent counseling.
Well, this year, 2017, we have our little stars that graduated from the Helping Hand Society preschool. And we've had an amazing success with all the children. It's just been a wonderful year. Great parents, grandparents. We're just very blessed. And it was a beautiful, emotional day today. But we're very proud of them. And because of Helping Hands and the parents and the staff, they will do better in school and hopefully have a great, bright future.
For more information, you can visit helpinghandsociety.com. And hats off to all the students of the 2017 preschool graduating class. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Absolutely. Congratulations and thank you, Julie. Today, one of the most historic battles of World War II is being remembered. 73 years ago today, June 6, 1944, over 160,000 Allied troops landed on the beaches of Normandy, France. The D-Day invasion marked the beginning of the battle against Nazi forces, which lasted from June until August of 1944. More than 9,000 American, British, and Canadian soldiers lost their lives. On May 8, 1945, Nazi Germany formally surrendered to the Allied forces. Coming up on Orangeville's News Choice in Community and You, we learn about Parkinson's disease. Plus, a number of students signed on the dotted line to attend college and play the sports they've made a name in. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress. Look inside for information on the Pennsylvania Dart Tournament and more. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Watch the Hazleton Area High School graduation Monday, June 12th at 6 p.m. on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You. Today we're going to talk about something that I guess millions of people will find out as soon as we meet Shay Post. Shay is a physical therapist and she is also the coordinator of the Parkinson's Support Group. Hear them? They're all going, what? I just heard that word. At Lehigh Valley Health Network Health and Wellness Center. Shay, first of all, thank you for being here.
And thank you for having me.
And when we talk about Parkinson's, again, so many people say, I know someone, I think I know someone, maybe I do. What is it?
Parkinson's is the second most common progressive neuromuscular disease, second only to Alzheimer's. It's a gradual progression of a loss of nerve cells in the brain, and it really affects balance, coordination of movement, causes tremors, speech difficulty, and so it's not something that is like cancer and is terminal, but it's something that you could live with for many, many years.
Is there because again, you talk about so many different things like that, and even with the tremors, even with the speech, dementia, Parkinson's, any kind of a correlation?
Some patients with Parkinson's do get dementia and others don't. So there's something called Lewy body dementia, and that is something that some Parkinson's patients could have. So, and it also could, the medications that patients take could also, affect their cognitive and thinking skills.
About how many people? Here you go. I'm going to. We'll never know the real answer here. Okay. But how many people would you say are affected in one way or another with Parkinson's?
Currently, there's about 1 million patients diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in the United States right now, and there's about 6 to 7 million across the world. So it's a very common disease, like you say. Usually, a family member or a friend that may have it. So.
And if someone thinks they have Parkinson's, I guess, now obviously you're the physical therapist, so the doctor will suggest, oh, go see Shay, she does wonderful things. She has a great program, a great support group. But do you have a little bit of the background of why a doctor would say it's time to see Shay because this is what you have?
Sure. There's a great study that they just published about 2 years ago, and it's called the Parkinson's Outcome Project, and it included over 8,000 patients with Parkinson's over 4 countries, which is really important because a bigger study allows you to have more confidence in it when it involves more people. And what it showed is that when patients exercise more than 2.5 hours a week, they have their functional abilities will be better, and their loss of mobility will be less over the long run.
Wow. Is there also anything to do with Parkinson's? And now we're hearing so many things about boxing programs, dance programs, even just listening to music.
There are a lot of different therapies out there, and all of them have proven to have benefit. So a lot of times what we look at is something that really addresses what deficits the Parkinson's patients are having. So if the patient with Parkinson's is having a lot of slowness of movement, then they really could benefit from an exercise program like boxing, or like the big program that we do at the Lehigh Valley Health Network Health and Wellness Center called BIG. And what it does is it tries to increase the intensity of movement in the patient, and also the amplitude of movement, because Parkinson's patients are known to take smaller movements. And what the big program does is it helps to increase the amplitude of the movement that they use.
And when does that happen?
The big program?
Yeah.
So that is a referral that happens when the doctor refers a patient for LSVT BIG for physical therapy, and it is an evidence-based program, and the therapist has to be certified in the program.
So it's different than the support group?
It is different than the support group.
And when does the support group meet?
The support group meets the first Wednesday of every month, and we meet from 1 to 2:30 in the group exercise room in the Health and Wellness Center, and everyone is welcome. We welcome family and caregivers, and it is just a great resource for the Hazleton community because there were no support groups in the area until we started in November. So a lot of the participants have been thankful that we started the group, and they're a great support to each other.
So if someone wanted to find out about the big program, they could go to the support group, and then you would be able to give them the information to take to their doctor?
Sure. Yep, sure. We could do that. The other thing they could do is go through their family doctor, their neurologist, or their movement disorder specialist, and get a prescription for physical therapy. And we have, it's a 4-week program that we do, 4 days a week. It's very intensive, and so it's above what they would normally do for exercise, and that kind of that's what is so effective about it, is that it's more than what they usually do.
That in itself is important, to just getting them to do more than they usually do.
Sure.
Shay Post, thank you so much for joining us. That's absolutely awesome, and the program is free as far as the support group.
Correct.
So you'll want to get in touch with the folks at the Lehigh Valley Network Health and Wellness Center. They can get you in touch with Shay and the physical therapist there, and you can find out more that way about Parkinson's. We'll see you again next time on Community and You.
Are you looking to light up your business? Then you need to visit Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. They're the premier electrical distributor in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Poconos, and Hazleton, specializing in extensive electrical lighting, automation, and datacom inventory to meet your contractor, commercial, or industrial needs. Don't go with a national company. Go with an independent, locally owned company that cares. Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. Visit them at SYDIST.com. Come experience the difference.
Whether you're a homeowner renovating your first kitchen or a professional contractor remodeling your 100th kitchen, we're here to work with you every step of the way. We feature Homecrest and Omega cabinets, bathrooms and entertainment cabinets, along with solid surface countertops for Mica and Wilson Art products. We offer affordable installation. All this and more at Morris Kitchens LLC. Appointments welcome. Call 570-825-6956.
This week on Topic A, we are talking all about the 56th annual Weatherly Hill Climb. It's an event like none other in our area. We're encouraging everyone to come come out and join the fun. We're going to talk all about the Weatherly Hill Climb this week on Topic 8, only on WYLN.
Two outstanding athletes from the Hazleton Area School District put the pen to paper and signed with their chosen universities. Annie Emmenteller will be continuing her academic education and athletic career in field hockey at the University of Scranton. She's played the sport for over 10 years and talked about how she feels about taking the next steps in her education.
It's incredibly exciting. It's really nice to see all of the work I've put in on the field and in the classroom over the years come to fruition, and I'm really thankful for everyone that has helped contribute to this, my coaches, my parents, and all of my teammates who have pushed me along the way. One of my greatest accomplishments playing field hockey was my position as a senior captain. That was one of the most rewarding things I've ever experienced on the field. I also was named to the academic all-state team my senior year, which is a combination of academics and athletics for the state of Pennsylvania, and I also have 2 district silver medals for my high school career.
Kyla Merkel, who is a 3-time PIAA state medalist, will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond. She's also the PIAA District 2 record holder in girls javelin.
I got the high school varsity record of 148.3 around there, and I have 3 state medals, qualified for states 4 times, 3 district medals, all those 3 are gold, and then I have a district record.
And she told us why she's choosing Virginia.
The coach talked to me a year before I went to visit. The campus felt like home, and I know they have great academics and they help with their athletes and getting their stuff together. Coach helped me a lot. I mean, he just said, go where I feel happiest and where I don't have to pay the most money, but my parents, they helped with it too. They just said, you know what, do what you think is best, find where you like, and we'll give you our opinion after. And that, I think, helped me a lot with figuring out where I wanted to go.
Coach Nick Gaudino is proud of Kayla's decision.
I think the fit is good for her. I think she fits very well with VCU's program, and I know she'll do very well. That's a good choice, I said, because it's far enough away, but not too far that, you know, your parents can't get down and watch it, because her parents are really great. And, you know, her father did most of her strength training with her over the years, and, you know, he did a good job there. So I know he'd be anxious to get and watch her a few meets, but, you know, it's tough to go down to Virginia, but I'm sure they'll make it down there.
Congratulations to both Kayla and Ann on moving on and pursuing both their academic as well as athletic careers. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.